It's coffee time. Funny story, I've actually already made this video once today because the audio on the last one was awful. Why, you might ask? I have no idea. I have no idea what happened to it because for a while now, pretty much ever since I got this camera, the audio has sounded great because this one will actually pull from my good microphone without giving it an awful, obnoxious echo. So I've been using the new webcam and the nice microphone together. And even though some of you have said that it's a little too low volume-wise, it's cranked all the way up, so I don't know what else to do. But it sounds clear, right? It sounds good, which has been great. But for some reason, I made this video, and I've had enough audio problems in the past where even though I'll start to upload it the second I'm done, I still, while it's uploading, go and listen to it to make sure that I'm not silent or peaking or something weird. So today, I go, upload the video, go back over to the folder, listen to the video, and guess what? I sound crazy, like as though there are rocks just being shuffled up against the microphone while I'm talking. It's the strangest thing in the world. And I've done 5 test videos since then to make sure that it's gonna sound okay when I make this one, and they've all sounded great. No problem whatsoever. I have literally no idea what happened with this. Like, why? Why? But now I get to repeat the story about how I was bawling earlier today because of Erin. I'm gonna blame Erin because it's kind of her fault. Because Erin is the one who originally told me to start watching Noragami. And I messaged her on GChat. I was like, yo, Erin, what up? And told her that I had just made my What We Watched video and that I was uploading it. Which, by the way, that video also sounded perfectly fine. I don't know what happened. But anyway, she was asking me what I had talked about, and I told her that I mentioned Noragami, and she was like, oh my gosh, have you seen episode 8? And I said, do you mean episode 7? Because I did watch episode 7. That one just went up on Hulu. And she said, no. There are... Girl, you can watch a fan sub of episode 8. And I got very excited because I love Noragami. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, you should totally watch it right now and then report back and we'll talk about it. And I was like, okay. So about halfway through the episode, I could tell this was going to be an emotional episode. But I don't cry super easily. Like, I tear up, but I don't, like, cry very easily. When things get emotional, when something exciting happens or something really meaningful, I tear up and I'm just like, it's so powerful. But I don't just, like, bawl, right? So, I'm watching Noragami. It always hits at the weirdest moments, too. Like, when I watched the very first episode of My Little Pony. Anyway, so I'm watching Noragami, and halfway through I'm like, all right, okay, I see where this is going. About 3/4 of the way through, my tears are welling up. I'm feeling it, and I'm doing this thing. You know, when you feel like maybe you could just shove the tears back under your eyelids, and I'm like doing this, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. It's not that emotional. It's fine. And then more emotional stuff happens, and the single tear falls. And I'm aware enough of it that I laugh at myself for having the single tear fall. But that's it. And then I'm fine, right? I'm just sitting there. I'm like, okay. And then in the last, 15 seconds of this anime, I start bawling. Like, something happens. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it. Something happens that makes me just lose my mind. I'm just crying, and I immediately, the second it was over, in all caps to Erin, I was like, I am bawling, and it is the middle of the day. How am I supposed to get work done now? Are you kidding me? And she was like, oh, well, when I watched it, I just went to bed. And I was like, no, I can't do that. It is 1 o'clock because the podcast was canceled. So I had a little bit of extra time. I was like, oh, I can watch an anime, eat some lunch. It'll be nice. No. Then it was just me crying while I'm eating the rest of my food, just like... Worst ever. Great show, though. You should totally watch it. But don't watch it in the middle of the day. Oh, God. Felt so many feelings. And now, like, before, when I made this video before, it was right after I was done crying. You're missing out. Missing out on that. But, I mean, I had mopped everything up, right? It looked like somebody had a glass of water and just went, ah! It was just all over my face. I was like, ah! Trying to eat, ah! It was bad. By the way, I ate leftovers of the slop, of the people slop. It really does just look like weird people slop because it's just like a weird mush, but it tastes so good. And I've realized something that helps. So, just to catch you up, in case you haven't been here the like 2 times that I've mentioned how you make this, it's very easy. Brown ground beef, and then you rice up a whole head of cauliflower. It basically just means you turn into like little tiny bits, like rice-sized bits of cauliflower. After the meat is browned, you add in the cauliflower, and then you add in a jar of tomato sauce. And you can just like add a little bit and mix it up and add a little bit and mix it up until it's like the consistency that you want, right? So that's literally all it is. It's intended to be one of those meals where you're like, I don't know what to eat. Oh, cool. I have these 3 things. Ah. And on the website, it's suggested to put capers in. And I love capers, so I always have capers in my fridge. So I've added capers in, and it tastes great. The briny flavor, fantastic. Here's another thing that is great to add in. Sliced up olives. Not cooking them in. Add them in the same way you do the capers after everything's already cooked. Add them in cold, sliced. Oh, black olives, I would say. I'm sure, I mean, you could add in green olives, but you already get that super briny flavor from the capers. So I don't think you need to double up on that. Just putting in sliced up black olives in there along with the capers and everything. So good because it adds like another texture. And since they're cold, it kind of adds that as well. And I just love the flavor of olives anyway. So I did that today when I was sobbing into my food. So even though I was crying and just so sad, I was like, man, this is really good. It's like, this is really tasty, even with tears in it. It's great. Maybe it's better that way. So that's what I would suggest. If ever you're like, maybe I'll try that weird people slop, you should put olives in there because it was real good. I only had whole olives, so I had to slice them up myself. God. But it was fun. And what else has been going on today? Just making videos, man. Because again, the podcast got canceled. TB was like, I'm busy. And we were like, okay. So so we took the podcast off today. We still have MangaPod though, where I'm gonna just be awful to Gantz. I'm just gonna be awful to it. I've given you 2 heads up now. You should totally show up for MangaPod because I feel like I'm typically very forgiving, like very easy to please with manga, with movies, with games, pretty much anything. Like, it's hard for me to not come away and say like, yeah, I enjoyed that. Oh, motorcycle, my goodness. So I'm looking forward to MangaPod because I get to finally be that guy and be like, this is bad. Like, this is just bad, and I can't wait. Can't wait. It's gonna be fantastic. Ow. But yeah, I'm thinking about, because there's another Elder Scrolls Online testing going on this weekend, and apparently they fixed a bunch of stuff, which is awesome. And there's no NDA, so I'm gonna do a stream at some point this weekend. I'll let you guys know what day, but I'm trying to get Jared, Chad, and Neil to all play with me since they were all in my video before. So I'm like, guys, what are you doing this weekend? Do you want to play some Elder Scrolls Online with me? We can be different races and different classes. That'll be so fun. And right now they're not all convinced, but that's okay. It's okay. I just want companions to play with, and I thought that it would be fun since they were in my last video. It'll be good. I like the dynamic of the 4 of us. What is with all the motorcycles? Yo, dogs. trying to make a video. Do you not realize? Huh? Oh, also, the What We Watched, I think is going up. I don't know if you can hear them, but they're like every few seconds I'm hearing a motorcycle. I'm like, where are you all coming from? Anyways, I think the What We Watched goes live on Thursday. I uploaded it today, but that's just like so Daz has it. I think that it goes up on Thursday. I can link you guys to that on Twitter. It's literally just a show where you sit with a drink, which is like my jam. It's what I do. You sit with a drink and you talk about the anime that you've watched in that last week. Easy mode. I've watched so much anime this week, so plenty to talk about. I'm also going to try a new thumbnail today, so prepare your brains. You've already seen it at this point if you're watching this video, but prepare your brains for the new thumbnail, okay? Anywho, I'm going to go, and hopefully the audio on this is okay, because otherwise I'm going to lose my mind, but I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah.